Let me know your questions ahead of the deadline. Remember that it's late deadline this game week, so we still have 1 hour and 18 minutes left. I'm really not sure what to do. It will be probably a late decision. My options, I might sell Calvert-Lewin and just bring in Cunha. I might sell Watkins and bring in Solanke, and I might do a double move by selling Smith Rowe and Watkins and bringing in Bruno Fernandes and Solanke. Problem is, I'm kind of tempted to save as well because I have a wild card in game week 12, so I think it's really valuable to have those transfers after my wild card instead of just using them on a 1 week punt this game week. So I'm really not sure what to do. No early team news from what I've seen, but I'll make sure to keep an eye on X. It's really easy to see that a lot of FPL managers think that the deadline is actually gone. Holland, he actually has over 500,000 sales this game week, 564 right before I went live. So it's kind of easy to see that people are moving away from Holland. They're bringing in Wood to afford to upgrade one of their midfielders to Salah. Diaz is one of the most transferred out as well. Same goes for Watkins, Palmer. So a lot of funds are being shifted from those guys and over to the likes of Salah. Team news yet. I'll make sure to keep an eye on X, but at the moment, no team news. And of course, the biggest clubs, they are playing later today and tomorrow, so those are the teams that usually have some leaks, but I'll keep an eye over at X. Let me know if you have any questions ahead of the deadline. It's 1 hour and 10 minutes left. I still haven't made my moves, considering selling Watkins at the moment. Watkins to Solanke, or maybe even do 2 transfers and sell Smith Rowe to Bruno Fernandes as well. It's one of Wissa, Palmer, Foden, or Welbeck. So I don't think we'll get any news on Foden starting or not, so I just have to presume that he will start. So for me, it's easily Welbeck out of those options. Palmer, if he's injured, he will probably not play at all. And Visa, he will participate in a match that most probably will have a lot of goals. Brentford against Bournemouth. Bournemouth are kind of underrated, but I think there will be goals in that game. So we have to believe that Man City will be better than they have been for the last couple of game weeks, especially considering the Champions League as well. So for me, Welbeck would be the one that I would be least upset if he did something and I had him on my bench. If you like, try to be smart and bench Palmer or Foden, and the whole will be really, really annoying having them on the bench. So it's between Wissa and Welbeck, and in your situation, I would probably go Welbeck this weekend because of the fixture. I think that if Brighton gets something against Man City, it will be one of their wingers with a little bit more pace, like maybe Mitoma or something on a counter-attack. We'll just have to believe that and assume that Man City will have lots of possession and Brighton's only chance is really to hit them on the counter. So I can't really see Brighton building up and getting Welbeck that much involved this game week. So Sticking with Foden, yes, currently that's the plan. I'm so tempted to do the Bruno move, but Foden, last chance, maybe it's the last chance for Foden. Definitely, I will wildcard next game week, so he will be gone, but I'm really tempted by Bruno, as you say. So one of my options is actually to sell Watkins to Solanke and upgrade Smith Rowe to Bruno. That will have exactly funds. So that's what I'm leaning towards at the moment. Watkins and Smith Rowe to Solanke and Bruno. So we just have to assume that Foden will start. I don't think we'll get any news ahead of the deadline because the City game is later this evening. So I don't think we'll get any leaked lineups from the Man City camp this early. But of course, Foden can do well. He's actually had quite decent expected goal involvement for the last 2 or 3 game weeks. So, and he scored midweek, obviously, in the Champions League. So I know that Man City is not in their best form at the moment, but hopefully they can do something against Brighton. So I'm keeping faith in my Man City assets. And as mentioned, next game week I will use my wildcard. So probably I will sell all of them. So this is the last chance for my City triple up with Guardiola, Foden, and Haaland. And Haaland will probably get the captain's armband. I will be tempted though if I do the Watkins and Smith Rowe to Solanke and Bruno move. I will be tempted to captain Solanke or Bruno, but it's been on Haaland all week, so I will probably go for him this game week. Do you have any other way to get Bruno into your team, MFC? 52 minutes left. Still not sure what to do. Just sell Watkins and bring in Cunha, Solanke, sell Calvert-Lewin to Cunha, Watkins and Smith Rowe to Solanke and Bruno. I'm surprised seeing Chris Wood getting that many transfers in ahead of game week 11. I know, of course, that he has done well recently, but considering the fixtures, it's like less engaged managers. They just look at the overall points, of course, and the price, and I get that. The same is, of course, situation with Salah. He did well last game week, so a lot of managers are moving away from the more expensive strikers like Haaland, Watkins, downgrading them to the likes of Chris Wood to afford Salah. That's not really an option for me this game week. I do believe that Haaland will do well. He's actually my captain. I might be tempted to captain one of Solanke or Bruno Fernandes if I go through with the Watkins and Smith Rowe to Solanke and Bruno move, but Know if you have any other questions. I'm still not sure what to do, still trying to see if there will be any early team news over at X. Not seeing anything so far. Most probably won't get anything because those teams that usually are the most interesting teams like Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, Liverpool, they are not playing in the 15 round, so probably have to make decisions with the information we have at the moment. And to be honest, I'm really tempted to bring in Bruno Fernandes and Solanke. And if I sell Watkins and Smith Rowe, I avoid having Smith Rowe playing against my goalkeeper Henderson and Watkins playing against my defender Van Dijk. So it kind of makes sense for me to sell both Watkins and Smith Rowe, and Bruno and Solanke are really good options for game week 11, and I want some cover from Spurs and Man United. So at the same time, I'm not too keen on using 2 transfers. I will wildcard next week, so it's like I'm like kind of wasting transfers on a 1-week punt. Transfers that could have been made on long-term moves closer to Christmas. So I'm yet to make a final decision, but I'm leaning towards the double transfer with both Watkins and Smith Rowe leaving. Holland, 564 transfers out this game week. I never really considered selling him this game week, but he will probably be sold next game week when I use my wildcard. And City's fixtures are getting tougher starting from next game week, so my Man City triple with Guardiola, Foden and Haaland will probably be sold on my wildcard in game week 12. So Everton in their pre-match posts from their official account over at X, they have posted a picture of Calvert-Lewin And with some stats, Everton have won more Premier League games in total. And yeah, West Ham are a really good opponent for Everton. They are quoting it over at X with a picture of Calvert-Lewin, so I might have to just keep him for one more game week. So it's only 39 minutes left until deadline. Let me know if you have any questions or 50-50 decisions or dilemmas ahead of the deadline. I'm yet not sure what I will do with my own team. I have a couple of options. I can sell Watkins to Solanke. I can still sell Calvert-Lewin and bring in Cunha. Foden. I've kind of decided that I want to keep Phil Foden. So if I want Bruno Fernandes, I will have to do 2 transfers and sell Watkins and Smith Rowe to bring in both Solanke and Bruno Fernandes. This is actually what I'm leaning towards, even though I'd like to save transfers as well, but Watkins against Liverpool is a tough fixture, and I have Van Dijk in my team. Smith Rowe playing against my goalkeeper, so it's really hard for both of them to return this game week. So to maximize the points potential for my game week 11 team, it makes sense to sell Smith Rowe and Watkins. 34 minutes left. Okay, I have to make a decision soon. Will I sell Watkins to Solanke, Calvert-Lewin to Cunha, Watkins and Smith Rowe to Bruno and Solanke? Let's see. Check it out. Transfer page. Calvert-Lewin, Smith Rowe out. Let's see. Bruno and of course it's not. That's the one. Budgets. It's like this budget is just telling me that I have to make those moves, right? 0 in the bank. No leaks or rumor lineups over at X. As mentioned earlier, I don't really think that we will get any at this point. It's usually the big teams, the most interesting clubs that tend to have team leaks. They are playing later this evening or on Sunday, so the games that starts in 2 hours is Brentford, Bournemouth, Palace, Fulham, West Ham, Everton, Wolves, and Southampton. So it's like not the teams that usually have leaks, to be honest. Of course, I'll keep an eye over at X the last 30 minutes ahead of the deadline, and I'll let you know if I can spot any interesting updates. But yeah, we'll see. I'll have to make a decision for my team as well. On the screen now, I have sold Watkins and Smith Rowe and brought in Solanke and Bruno. I have not yet pulled the trigger, but it's like those transfers are like kind of perfect. I'll avoid playing Watkins against Van Dijk and Smith Rowe against Henderson, and I have 0 in the bank. So 30 minutes left until the deadline. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions or dilemmas or 50-50 decisions ahead of the deadline. It's only 30 minutes left, so make sure to make a decision. Haaland is getting close to 600,000 transfers out this game week. Watkins, he has actually gone above 400,000 managers selling him this game week. I've decided to just keep Haaland, but Watkins, it's kind of tempting, seeing I have Van Dijk. It's kind of tempting to sell him, and Spurs and Solanke have a really good fixture on Sunday against Ipswich. Calvert-Lewin, he was pictured on Everton's X Update, the official account posted ahead of their match. Kind of makes me think that he will start the game against West Ham. Hey TFS, I'm thinking about transferring out Lewis and Haaland for Solanke and Dalot. Thoughts? Have a feeling that Haaland will have lots of chances against Brighton. Thank you. Yeah, I agree with the chances. It's like Haaland for the last 5 game weeks. He has only scored 1 goal, but he has gotten a lot of chances in most of those games as well. So I think that he will get chances. It's like we almost know that Man City will produce chances and that he will be at the end of them. So I am actually giving the captain's armband to Haaland this game week. It's like his last really good fixture before Man City heads into a period with a bit tougher fixtures. So of course he is expensive. Do you have any other way to bring in Solanke other than selling Haaland this game week? I like the Rico Lewis to Dalot move. I'm just not sure that this is the right time to let Haaland go, to be honest. I know that I just checked on the official FPL site and over 600,000 managers have sold Haaland this ahead of game week 11. So many are losing faith in him, but yeah, I'll give him one last chance. Charlie, hey mate, how's it going? Do you have any questions ahead of the deadline? It's 25 minutes left. I've not made my moves, but I'm leaning towards selling Watkins and Smith Rowe, as you can see on the screen, and bring in Bruno Fernandes and Solanke. I have 3 free transfers, so and exact funds actually, as you can see on the top of the screen, 0.0 in the bank after selling Smith Rowe and Watkins. No other options to bring in Solanke because I don't have money in the bank. Yeah, that's tough, but it's not like Solanke is essential for game week 11. He actually had 3 really bad game weeks ahead of game week 10 where he absolutely smashed it with 2 goals, 1 assist and full bonus. But if you have an opportunity to maybe bring in Johnson or Kulusevski or someone like that to cover the good game against Ipswich tomorrow, then that's probably equally good. What would be your ideal free hit team? So my ideal free hit team, I haven't really made a free hit team this game week, but I'll definitely load up on players from Man United and Spurs this game week. They have really good fixtures against Leicester and Ipswich. And they also have kindly priced assets and love owned as well. So Son will be in there. I would probably have Solanke. I would avoid Porro because of his ownership, so I do believe that when you're playing your free hits, I like to be like aggressive, so bring in players with good fixtures and low ownership. I would go for a couple of assets from Wolves as well. Man City, decent fixture against Brighton. And I would avoid defenders from the Brentford-Bournemouth game. And so maybe something like Bruno Fernandes and Højlund up top. Dalot or Onana from Man United. I'd probably have Son, Solanke, maybe Johnson and triple up on their attack. I would have Cunha from Wolves. Maybe try something different than Ait Nouri because he is kind of losing his appeal when it comes to being a differential because so many have brought him in lately. So maybe go for someone like Semedo. I'm on free hit but confused on a defense. Yeah, I'd say that Semedo is a decent option. Maybe even a double up on Man United defense. Masraoui and Dalot maybe. Skip Højlund and go for Bruno for attacking coverage from Man United. I don't know how to fit in Son though. I think Haaland and Salah are essential this week. Oh, if you have both Haaland and Salah on your free hit, yeah, then it will be hard to have Son, but Kulusevski, Johnson, players like that are decent options this game week, I'd say. So there's no need to have Son. He will probably not play 90 minutes. So Johnson, Kulusevski are good options for game week 11 as well. If I were on a free hit, I know that Haaland has been sold by over 600,000, but if I was on a free hit, I would probably have Haaland this game week as well. Top 3 anytime goal scorers, according to the bookies, Haaland is on 52%. Solanke is really close this game week. He's on 50% chance of scoring, according to the bookies, and Salah is third with 44%. So including both Haaland and Salah on a free hit makes sense as long as you have other good options. And as mentioned, I do believe that Kulusevski, Johnson, maybe even Garnacho from Man United to save up some funds and attack the fixture. I would go Dalot or Masraoui, and I would probably take a punt on Semedo over Ait Nouri, and I would have Cunha as well. Right now I have Kelleher, Dalot, Dawson, Semedo. Yeah, Dawson makes sense as well. He can do something on set pieces. Robinson, Masraoui, Bruno, Johnson, Mbeumo, Salah, Cunha, Solanke and Haaland. Yeah, I like this team. I can't really see any upgrades. I like the combination of shields. Like you have some players with high ownership, so if they go Maverick, you won't drop in rank, but you also have a couple of decent options that can do really well and shoot you up the rankings as well. So I'm not sure. I would have Mbeumo actually. He's close to 50% ownership, and the fixture against Bournemouth are. I do believe that Bournemouth are a bit underrated. So if I were in a free hit, I would take a punt and go without Mbumo. I like him as an option, and I'm not saying that he is a sell just because he blanked last game week, but if Mbumo blanks in game week 11 as well, it will be a really nice differential to not have him in your team. Bournemouth home is surely a great game. Yeah, on paper, Bournemouth at home looks like a really, really good fixture, but Bournemouth are actually one of the best defensive teams this season. I know it sounds weird, but they're second for expected goals against them and shots on target conceded, so they've done really well. And they played like Arsenal and Man City in the last 4 game weeks. I know that against Arsenal, Saliba got sent off after 30 minutes, so maybe actually that game is the stats from that game are not reliable, but in their other games they've done really well. So I will not be surprised if Brentford will struggle a bit against Bournemouth. Haaland and Minte to Salah and Cunha for a -4. I have Kansa playing Minte right now with no bench coverage. As mentioned earlier, I'm not a fan of selling Haaland this game week, but if you believe that Salah will outscore him, then it makes sense to bring in Salah, and selling Haaland is for many the only way to get Salah in. And seeing your username as well being Salah, I will probably say go for it. And Minte, he's been injured as well, so selling Haaland and Minte for Salah and Cunha. I hope that the Heat won't pay off, because I want Haaland to do well. But if you think that Salah will outscore Haaland, then go for it. It makes sense when you're getting rid of Minte as well, and when you have Konsa playing against him. Yeah, go for it. What teams do you think keep clean sheets this week? Quick look for the top 3 clean sheet odds from the bookies. As you can see on the right hand side, Tottenham, they are favorites with 41%. Man United, they are really close with 40%, and Liverpool 36%. So those are the bookies' predictions for the highest chance of getting clean sheets. It's some of the defenses that's usually on top of lists like these. The bookies predicted clean sheet lists like Chelsea, Arsenal, and Liverpool. They have tough fixtures this game week: Liverpool, Aston Villa, Chelsea, Arsenal. So they are not included on the list. I want to say Wolves as well. I think that at home against Southampton, they can maybe keep a clean sheet. I like the Bournemouth defense, but they have a tough fixture this game week as well, playing against Brentford, who they have been really good going forward. So Forest as well, they have been good defensively, but they have a tough fixture playing against Newcastle. Isaac starting to hit form, so I can't really see that many clean sheets, to be honest, this game week, but in my opinion, we just have to trust the bookies this game week and just that the best teams with the best pictures will do well and hopefully keep a clean sheet, and that's Spurs, United, and Liverpool. Let's have a quick look at X. Let's see if there's any team news or leaks. Let's see, start Henderson or Fabianski. So, to be honest, I think I'll start Fabianski this game week if I had him. Especially if you don't have any Everton midfielders or forwards. If you don't own McNeil or Calvert-Lewin, I would start Fabianski. Well, minutes left. It's time for me to start locking in my own moves as well. So this is my team right now. I have a few options. What I've considered for the last couple of days is to sell Foden, but I've decided that I will keep him for his game against Brighton. Watkins to Solanke is an option, and Calvert-Lewin to Cunha also an option. And what I've been thinking to do, especially after Calvert-Lewin were not pictured in the Everton training session, but today Everton posted a picture for today's match. It kind of, not saying superstitious, but more often than not when a club posts a picture, a pre-match picture, and there's only one player on it, that player tends to start. So Calvert-Lewin is pictured from the official Everton accounts ahead of their game against West Ham, so I think that he will start. I don't like Calvert-Lewin anymore, but I will wildcard him out next game week. But I have the opportunity to sell Watkins and Smith Rowe and bring in Solanke and Bruno Fernandes. I have the exact funds for those moves, and it will avoid me having to play Smith Rowe against Henderson, and I don't have to play Watkins against Van Dijk. So I'll get to the transfers. Get the transfers ready, so I don't forget to lock in my own team. Let's see. Watkins, Smith Rowe, I'll break in Solanke, Bruno. So that's it. I like those moves. I will probably pull the trigger. Of course, it will be really annoying if Smith Rowe and Watkins does really well. First of all, they will wipe out my Henderson and Van Dijk clean sheet, but at the same time I will not get their points, so it's kind of risky selling them both. But Aston Villa playing Liverpool is a tough fixture. and Smith Rowe. It's not like a talisman or anything in Fulham. They have Pereira taking most of their set pieces and being on penalties. He missed one penalty, but I don't think that Smith Rowe is next in line. It will probably be someone like Raul Jimenez or something. So I think it's kind of safe selling Smith Rowe. And hopefully Crystal Palace can keep a clean sheet this game week. So I think I'll just pull the trigger on those moves. 8 minutes left. Let me know if you have any other questions or 50-50 decisions. Make transfers. Total cost 0 points. 8 minutes left. Confirm transfers. Okay, big team. Yeah, looks good. So transfers are made. How long do you think Son plays? After the comments from Postecoglou yesterday, I think that he will play. I think he'll start and play around 70 minutes. He kind of hinted that he will not play 90. So I also think that it depends on the score as well. So if they're like 2 or 3-0 up, then he will probably be subbed off earlier. So he said that they were really worried about his minutes, and last time they maybe started playing him too soon. So he said that he will avoid doing the same mistake again. So I think Son will start, but probably be subbed off around 70 minutes. Who shall I captain and vice captain, please? Out of Cunha, Johnson, Bruno, and Bumo. I will go Bruno in your case. I just brought him in like 1 minute ago. I like him. He's nailed on to play 90 minutes. He is on penalties. Most set pieces for United, and they have a really good fixture. Scored his first goal of the season last game week, and he has done well recently, getting a lot of chances, but been maybe a bit unlucky. He's done well in the cups as well, so I will go Bruno. For me, it will be Haaland. One last chance. He is nailed to start. He is on penalties from Man City, and I think that Brighton is a really good fixture for City at the moment, and Kevin De Bruyne is probably back and will play some minutes. Not sure that he will start, but he will probably and hopefully be involved. But my transfers are made. I did Watkins and Smith Rowe 2, Solanke and Bruno. Captain Cunha or Salah kind of depends on your rank. If you want to play attacking, then I will go Cunha, but if you're satisfied, if you have had a really good start and on top almost of your mini leagues, I would probably go Salah. Both should do well. Salah, he is top 3 for anytime goal scorer, 44%. Captain Cunha or Salah? Yeah, Salah for me if you want to play safe, but Cunha if you want to be more aggressive and take more risk. Tiger and Junior, I'm sorry, I just saw the first part of your question. When shall I play my wildcard? So if you still have your wildcard, I would really recommend considering game week 12, it's next game week, it's an international break, and we have fixture swings for Bournemouth, for Arsenal and Chelsea especially, and Brighton as well. So I do believe that game week 12 is a really good time to wildcard, but if your team looks good and are set up for the next couple of game weeks, then I will probably go for a wildcard in game week 18. That's another game week where some of the big clubs have a fixture swing, like Man City have good fixtures, and Liverpool from game week 18 and onwards. So probably now is the time to maybe go a little bit lighter on Man City, considering they have tough fixtures. But if you have your wildcard available in game week 18, you can bring the big boys back in. Palmer to Son. Dalot or Delict? I will go Dalot. Delict has some attacking threats, but it's just from set pieces, while Dalot actually can get assists during all of the game. Palmer to Son. I think Palmer will start. Depends on how many transfers you have, because Palmer has really good fixtures from next game week. So my plan is to actually bring Palmer in next game week or my game week 12 wildcard. So if you only have 1 or 2 free transfers, I would just keep Cole Palmer. Raya and Gabriel or Raya and Mikolenko. I'm not sure that I would double up on the Arsenal defense, but again, Gabriel, he has so much attacking threat from set pieces. Yeah, I would actually double up with Raya and Gabriel. It will be so annoying having Gabriel on your bench if he scores or gets a clean sheet, while Mikolenko is like you'll survive if you have a Mikolenko with 6 points on your bench. So Raya and Gabriel for me, Mikolenko on the bench. I have Mikolenko on my bench as well, so playing Gabriel. Only 1 minute left until the deadline. Make sure to lock in your teams. I'll just have a quick check. This is my team. It's locked in. Holland captain. Rodgers or Gabriel first sub. I'll have probably Rodgers. It's not much between them, to be honest. In my team, I have Mikolenko ahead of Rodgers, so I think that Rodgers and Aston Villa have a really tough fixture against Liverpool. Mikolenko slightly better fixture against West Ham, but I can't really see any of them scoring any points. And yeah, probably put Gabriel ahead of him. So that's it. The deadline is gone. Hopefully all of you had the time to do your last moves and lock in your teams. The team on the screen is the team that I'm going for in game week 11. Last second swap from Semedo and Tete to Udogi and Dawson. Yeah, decent Udogi. He will probably start for Spurs at left back. My worry with Udogi though is that when the ball is on the left, he has the license to go forward, but it's like Porro on the other side of the pitch. He's so attacking, so he don't have the license to roam that much, but for one game and you're on a free hit as well, Udogi can of course just smash it, get a couple of assists and bonus points against Ipswich. And I like the Dawson pick actually. I'm not sure that I like him long term, because I think that Ait Nouri will probably outscore him when we consider the next 8 game weeks when they have really good fixtures. But in one game week, like on free hits, I like punting on the least owned players when there's really not that much between them. So good luck with your free hits. I'll make sure to follow those players during this game week. Will be interesting. So best of luck. Hopefully you enjoyed tuning into this stream, and I'd really appreciate a like to the stream and subscribe to the channel if you want to come back next time. I usually do streams either on Friday night ahead of the deadline or a couple of hours before the deadline, like today. Kind of depends if I find the time. Saturdays are sometimes really busy, but I always have a Friday night Q&A stream or a Saturday deadline stream. This weekend I actually had the possibility to do both, so I had a stream yesterday and I had the opportunity to have this stream on. It's been hectic, but my team is locked in. Captaincy on Haaland, 2 transfers made, sold Smith Rowe and Watkins and brought in Solanke and Bruno, attacking the fixtures. I have 1 free transfer left after making those moves, so I will use my wildcard in game week 12, which means that I will have 2 free transfers in game week 13. So I think that it's decent enough, and hopefully I can save up and have 3 free transfers from game week 14. Then we're getting to get really close to the busy Christmas schedule, so it's always good to have some free transfers available. Cheers for all the advice today. Cheers for all the questions, and as mentioned, good luck. I'll make sure to follow your free team. Kind of tempting to put a fiver on a Dawson goal as well. Still have my fiver on it, yeah. 2-0 today with Cunha and Dawson scoring. Well, Cunha goal will be a bit annoying. I was close to sell Calvert-Lewin and bring in Cunha actually, so yeah, I will still be happy if Dawson gets something. My biggest differential this week is of course Calvert-Lewin. I have Semenyo. Bruno is starting to pick up some ownership, but Foden is still a differential, and Bumo not a differential anymore. He's becoming more like a shield. Haaland, captaincy. At this rate, it is like Haaland captaincy will, if he does well, it will affect the rank again. He's been sold by over 600,000 ahead of this deadline, so a lot of people. The trends this game week were that people were offloading players like Watkins and Haaland and downgrading their attack to have funds available to bring in Salah. So for my team, if I have a couple of players scoring and if Bruno does well, I will probably have a good game week. Local ride, nice. Never had this many comments before. Really appreciate it. I have to text Coco and thank him. You're frozen? No, not frozen, just a bit in shock. Never happened to me before. You see a lot riding full ride, really appreciated. Nice guest for the new creators. Thanks, Alex. Who is the best goalkeeper to own right now? In my opinion, from game week 12, there are fixture swings for both Arsenal and Chelsea. I like Chelsea's fixtures, so maybe having a double up on Chelsea with Cole Palmer and Sanchez is a good idea from the next game week. Should have sold Calvert-Lewin. I was really close to sell Calvert-Lewin and bring in Cunha, but I ended up selling Watkins and Smith Rowe and bringing in Bruno and Solanke. Be sure to like his stream as well. Yeah, definitely. I'll go in and like his stream and text him as well. Sticking with Erling, yes, for this game week, I'm sticking with Erling, giving him the captain's armband as well, but I will wildcard next game week, so he will probably be gone from game week 12. Maybe turn the music down a bit. Yeah, thanks. I'll definitely do that. Solanke Dodgebay, yeah, he's like, for me, those transfers were like 1 week punts because I will wildcard next game week. So Solanke, I don't like his game week 12 fixture, so it's just for this game week. I want someone in that Spurs against Ipswich match on Sunday. I wanted to do some Foden to some as well, but I ended up getting Solanke for Watkins and Bruno Fernandes for Smith Rowe. Music too low. Oh, I just have to try to find something in between. Introduce yourself and where you're streaming from, brother. Yeah, my name is Eric. I started doing FPL content 1 year ago, last summer, I believe it was, and I started doing streams only this season. So this is like maybe my 5th or second deadline stream. So seeing that over 100 people suddenly joined the channel is kind of surprising, but It's really cool as well. Music perfect. Thank you, JB. Thoughts on Ait Nouri? Really good option. I would bring him in. I will maybe bring him in on my game week 12 wildcard, but let's wait and see if he picks up another yellow in game week 11. He's on 4 yellow cards, so he's only 1 yellow card away from the threshold of getting a 1 match suspension. I'm sticking with Haaland captain. Yeah, me as well. This will probably be the last game week for me with Haaland. A 5er on Dawson due to the right vibes. Yeah, definitely we have to do that now, Charlie. Charlie and I, we've been discussing his free hit team, and he went Dawson ahead of Semedo and Ait Nouri. So, what's your best rank ever? My best rank ever is 157 in the world. I was really close to do even better that season. I was in the top 100 for a few game weeks, but just missed out on a top 100 rank. But that was it 2018, 19? So it's a couple of years ago now, though. Are you looking at bringing Salah in at any point? I'm planning to get him on my game week 12 wildcard next week. I will probably not have Haaland, but I will aim to have Salah, Palmer, and Saka when I wildcard next week. I thought you were going to say 157k. 157 is crazy. Yeah, thanks. I actually had two top 1000 ranks. Can't really remember the exact rank. It was like 900 something and 157. So I've always been really passionate about FPL, but never really made any content before the last summer. So 157, nice. Yeah, thanks. I support Man United, so it feels really good having Bruno back in my team. I started the season with Bruno, sold him in game week 6, but he's back. Get this man in your experts group, Focal. Wildcard team sneak peek. Let's have a quick look. Oh, of course, the game is updating, so that's a rookie mistake. Nice, Charlie. Let's maybe make that 5er a 10er. Samir Brown, I'm sorry, I was actually going to try to make a wildcard team really quick because I made it on my excuse me, I made it on my live stream yesterday. I did a Q&A, but of course I forgot that when I did something on the FPL page right now, it just told me that the game is updating, so rookie mistake. But I will include, as mentioned in midfield, I will probably have Salah, I will have Palmer, Saka. Jackson will be in there, maybe Colville or Sanchez. I want to take a punt on João Pedro as well, especially if he gets some minutes this game week. Ritter, of course, if he does well this game week, he will probably be a decent shout in game week 12. Saved by the after. Yeah, saved some clicks. In my team at the moment, I have Semenyo. I will probably just keep him on my wildcard, considering Bournemouth good fixtures going forward. So maybe even include a defender from Bournemouth, someone like Kirkis, or yeah, I think that he's better value than like Senesi. What's the reasoning behind Pedro over Welbeck? Yeah, I know that Welbeck, he has done really well so far this season and is actually a really good pick. But something about the penalty takers, and if he starts to play 90 minutes again, then I think that having players that are nailed on and play 90 minutes with penalties in their locker, it's really, really an advantage in FPL. So it's like with Bruno Fernandes. But if Pedro, if he just gets like 10-15 minutes this game week, I will not bring him in my game week 12 team. I will probably just go someone like Welbeck. I actually had on my stream yesterday, I had an attacking trio of Isaac, Jackson, and Havertz. It looked really good. Thanks for the stream. I'll come next time, but I'm off now. Thanks for all the questions, Charlie. See you next time. And good luck, of course, with Dawson and the rest of your team. Thanks all for joining in, and thanks Focal for bringing all the people at the end. I really, really appreciate it. You had so many on my streams before, so hopefully it will help the channel a bit. I don't know, but we stream. Yeah, thanks Ben. Really appreciate it. It's like I just recently started doing streams, so this was really cool. This must be maybe my 5th or 6th deadline stream, so I'm not too experienced, but I'm starting to get better. Good luck with your game with TFS and all the best with the stream. Thanks a lot. Good luck this game week to you as well. Thanks everyone for joining in. Really, really appreciate it. This will be like a new record. I think that in this exact stream, I think I had more views than in my 5 recent streams. Nice to meet you, mate. I'll give us up. Yeah, really appreciate it, Jack. Nice to meet you too. Good luck, TFS. Thanks, Adrian. I will watch your content. Thanks, Ben. Really appreciate it. I post a weekly video, a team selection video, and I always do at least one stream. It's either on Friday night or a deadline stream on the Saturdays. Some Saturdays are kind of busy, then I do the Friday night Q&A. But if I find the time like today, I'll do deadline streams like this again. Nice to meet you. Just subscribe. Greetings from Canada. Thanks, Robert. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Greetings from Canada. That's really cool. I'm sitting in Norway at the moment. You just won another sub. Yeah, thanks, the tech guy. Really appreciate it. I think that I have to like send flowers to Focal or something, because as mentioned, I do believe that this stream probably have had more views than all my other streams together, so that's really cool. Gave you a sub. Good luck for the game week. We'll watch your content every week. Oh, thanks. That's like the biggest problem. I have some subscribers. I've passed 2.6k subscribers, and that's pretty decent when I just had the channel for 1 year. But what I'm kind of struggling with is the weekly views and get the watch time up. So if you're interested in watching the weekly videos, then I would be really grateful. Give us up. Good luck for the game week. We'll watch your content every week. Norway, Samir Brown. Thanks, guys. We'll keep an eye out for it. All the best for the game week. Yeah. Really appreciate it. Thanks. Good luck to you too. Hopefully we'll see green arrows going forward. The rank is actually really bad at the moment. I'm in around 2.6 million right now. Started the season without Hallam, brought them in game week 6, and we all know how that went. What team do you support? I support Man United. So as mentioned, really good feeling having Bruno in my team when I will watch that game. I like what I've seen from Man United recently. They have done well, and probably they will improve under the new manager as well. So I think that with the fixtures as well, that Bruno is a good transfer in at the moment. So look over. FPL Neil locked in his team. Haaland, captain, have to like that. This is how I line up for game week 11. Let's go. Salah captain. I think there will be a lot of Salah captains this game week, to be honest. Seeing Haaland being sold by over 600,000, that's a lot. People moving from Haaland, Watkins, downgrading their attack to afford Salah. Hopefully it will be one of those classic FPL moments where a player being sold in masses are doing really well. Haaland captain, Bruno, Salah again. Haaland, like every other team has Haaland or Salah. Captain Salah from Zlatan, game week 11. Solanke captain, nice punt. My transfers have to go soon, so I'll just have a week roundup. My transfers this game week, I ended up doing Watkins and Smith Rowe to Solanke and Bruno. Haaland will be my captain for the next game week, and I'm still planning to wildcard in game week 12. If you enjoyed the stream, please give this stream a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to join in on the next stream. It will be on most probably on Friday night, a Q&A, and if I find the time I'll do Saturday streams as well. But I always post a weekly team selection video, and I'll always do one stream ahead of the deadline. So subscribe to the channel if this sounds interesting, and thanks for joining in, and good luck for game week 11. You look like Alan Tudyk. Okay. Please let this be a handsome fellow. Ah, this guy. Yeah, he's an actor. I've seen him before. You think so? It's, I guess. Do you think Bruno is a nice punt for the next 3 game weeks, then shift to Saka? Yeah, definitely. Really, really good option. I brought him in this game week, and I will probably keep him on my game week 12 wildcard. The fixtures are really good for Man United, and they have started to play better football as well, both when it comes to their attack but also defensively. So I think Bruno's a really good option going forward. My game week 12 wildcard team will most probably include Saka. I like Arsenal's fixtures as well for the next few weeks. But Reddington Spader, which player are you selling to bring Bruno in? I got a question earlier on the stream about selling Cole Palmer to bring in Bruno, but I'm not really sure that selling Cole Palmer is the best thing to do at the moment. Chelsea as well as Arsenal, they have really good fixtures from game week 12. When the game has updated and you can have a look at their fixtures again, then you will see that Chelsea as well, they have a sea of green fixtures coming up. So I will keep Cole Palmer, but if you have another way of bringing in Bruno, then yeah, go for it. Was actually close to bring in Højlund as well, just for a 1 week punt because of my game week 12 wildcard plans. Was tempted to go with Højlund, and that would have been Calvert-Lewin to Højlund, but to be honest, I would probably have gone Calvert-Lewin to Cunha ahead of Højlund, but I ended up selling Watkins and Smith Rowe, so probably those two will do well in game week 11. Some of the reasoning for selling Watkins and Smith Rowe was actually that I have Van Dijk in my starting 11, and Watkins was up against Van Dijk, and Smith Rowe were playing against my goalkeeper Henderson. So by selling Watkins and Smith Rowe, I kind of like maximize the potential for points, but of course it can go all wrong, and Watkins and Smith Rowe can wipe out Van Dijk and Henderson's clean sheets, and it can go all south. But I did Foden to Bruno. Yeah, I considered this move as well, but I kind of decided yesterday that I wanted to just give Phil Foden another chance, because he's one of the players that I will most definitely not have on my wildcard next game week. So this is his last chance. He's only gotten 3 game weeks in my team. Brought him in game week 8. Or 9, was it? The game week where Saka was yellow flagged and rumored not to play. I did Saka to Phil Foden. It must have been game week 9. Yeah, I played in 9, 10, and of course 11. So that's 3 game weeks for Phil Foden. The first match he started on the bench, really frustrating, but he came on and got an assist. Blanked last game week, and hopefully he can score this game week. Thanks all for joining in. I have to go now, so good luck for the upcoming game week. Have a nice weekend, and if you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to the channel. It will be really appreciated. Thank you all.